the attribute, Allah's attribute, Ar-Rahman. There's one more thing about Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman is Allah's name also, but it's like a, it's mm, his attribute, his quality. It shows one of his quality in it. But also Ar-Rahman is the name that we cannot give it to a child, a human. This is only special fixed for Allah. There are other attributes of Allah like Rahim or like Razak, or He is Razak because it gives rizq. He is Alim, He is Khabir, He is so. But some other attributes of Allah we use as other people's name, but Ar-Rahman, if we want to give a child name Rahman, we have to say Abdul Rahman, means Rahman's slave, but we cannot just call somebody Ar-Rahman. So this is about Ar-Rahman. There's a lot could be said for this, but there's one more thing I would say about it, that Ar-Rahman, this is Allah's mercy that's overflowing on for his creation, that He did not only create us and leave us, but He is all the way in our life, step by step. He has given us all the explanations and all that needed to be known, all the knowledge that we know to make our life, this life successful and the next life. Now, Ar-Rahim, then Allah's another attribute, Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahim is also made of Rahama, same root word, Rahami, but the structure is Fa'il. And this structure possesses the quality of something that's forever. Like this quality, this structure means that this quality is forever. It's everlasting something. And also there's a continuity in it, like again and again. So for example, to understand Rahim means Allah's mercy is forever for His believers, like in this world and in hereafter. But of course, His mercy is not for non-believers in hereafter, because if somebody dies as a non-believer and as somebody who does things to constantly does things to earn Allah's anger, then for them hereafter there is no rahmah, no mercy for them, and Allah won't feel any pain or any unpleasant to punish those people to the full as whatever their crimes are. But Rahim has quality of forever and again. So how do we understand this? In believers in this world, they live their lives and they do good things, but then many times they do bad things, and they keep making mistakes, even though they know this is not something good, this is not something we're supposed to do, and we end up doing it. But then we realize and we turn to Allah and we ask for His forgiveness, and Allah forgives us. So this is His quality of Rahim, that He again and again He gets merciful. He turns to his slaves with the mercy. And then when everybody would die, after that, the believers and good doers, they would get Allah's mercy forever and ever, and this is everlasting for us, Allah's mercy. And how long a person could keep doing wrong things and can be forgiven is till, let's say, a person is dying, and at that time, when just about to die, a person starts to see the angel of death. At that time, his connection, he cannot talk to, he cannot tell us that what he's seeing or what his communication with this world is ended, even though he is still alive, and he's now seeing the angels of death. And that time, if he was a disbeliever, if he was a person wrongdoer, then he sees the angel of death and he realizes it that now this is my time is over, and he says, okay, I did so many mistakes, Allah forgive me. At that time, the door of forgiveness is closed for this person, because now he has seen the signs, the big signs that yes, it's going to happen, the life will end and we will have to transit into another life. So now there is no more mercy for this person now. So Allah's, till then a person keeps doing wrong things and he keeps asking Allah's forgiveness, and Allah keeps forgiving again and again and again. And plus Allah has given so many small worship things, like when we say 100 times every morning and every night, we say 100 times Subhanallah, Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. So if we keep saying Subhanallah wa bihamdihi 100 times, we count on our fingertips on right hand, then Allah forgives lots of our sins. And when we do wudu, then all our little sins, they are from the last wudu, they get away from, like they get washed away from us. When the person does Hajj, then he becomes like a newborn baby. All whatever bad things he did before Hajj, it just washes away. When we do one roza, one fasting on the 10th of Muharram, then our 1 year since past 1 year, all sins are washed away. If we do one roza on day of Hajj, Arafah, 9th of Dhul Hajj, 2 years of our bad deeds are washed away. If we do Ramadan, we do fast in whole month of Ramadan, all our sins are washed away. So Allah has given us many things like this. Those are easier, and they clean us from Allah's anger, and they clean us from our sins, and then Allah's mercy, we get Allah's mercy completely. But the thing about forgiveness is that Allah forgives person no matter how many wrong things you do. If you come and you ask Allah's forgiveness, Allah forgives you. If somebody kills somebody and then he realizes it, and then he asks Allah's forgiveness, true forgiveness, and in his heart he is ashamed, Allah forgives him, and Allah gives from His mercy, He gives the reward for the one that was killed. So both people get the benefit from Allah's mercy. So Allah's mercy is endless, and again and again and again, and this is in Allah's attribute, Ar-Rahim. And Al here is again the meaning of the one who. So Ar-Rahim, the one who is Rahim. This is the translation of Ar-Rahim. So far we learned Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Now the next word is Malike Youm Auddeen. So Malik, love Malik means the owner. Somebody has the possession of something, ownership of something. So Malik. So Maliki Youm Auddeen. They are all attached to each other, these three words. Malik means owner, Yawm means day, and Ad-Deen means the day of judgment. So here Allah is saying Maliki Youm Auddeen, the one who is the owner of the day of the judgment. Now, this is also an attribute of Allah. So far, Allah has used his personal name, Allah, and then his qualities are given, like who is Rabbul Alameen, who is Ar-Rahman, who is Ar-Rahim, and now who is Malike Youm Auddeen. So Allah, what it means that this sentence is Allah is the owner of the day of the judgment. But in reality, we know Allah is the owner of everything. He is owner of human beings. He is owner of all His creation. So why it says Allah is the owner of the day of the judgment? Because in this dunya, Allah gives people some partial ownership for things. Like, let's say my house. So I'm the owner of my house, even though Allah has given it, but I can claim the ownership of my house. If a person is a king, so he is the owner of his kingdom, and anything that we possess, we are the owner of that. But these are the temporary ownership that Allah has granted us in this life. And so we can say that, okay, I am the owner of this, I am the Malik of this. But the day of the judgment, nobody would have any possession. Everybody would be just empty-handed, standing in front of Allah for his own, facing his own, like whatever deeds he did, he has to now, it would be like a judgment for him. So he would be judged by his deeds, and he would either succeed or fail. So the day of judgment, because nobody would have any claims to anything, that's why here it says that he's the only owner of that day. So, Malike Youm Auddeen. Now, here, so this Malike Youm Auddeen, this has been explained in other place in Quran, in Surah Al-Ghafir, the verse 16 and 17. It says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان يوم هم بارزون لا يخفى على الله منهم شيء لمن الملك اليوم لله الواحد القهار اليوم تجزى كل نفس بما كسبت. Now here the translation of this is that day everybody would come out of their graves and would be standing in front of Allah, and nothing would be hidden from Allah. Like everybody would be empty-handed, and all that anybody has done in this world, it would be all written on their book of deed, and the book of deed would be open for everybody, and it would be given in their hands. So nothing would be hidden. Like in this world, we hide many things. Sometimes we do something and no one else knows besides us. And we are happy about this, that, okay, good, thank God, nobody knows about this. Many days passes, many years passes, and we remember about something we did, and we feel, thank God, nobody knows about it. So there is nobody in this world that has no secrets. Everybody has something that's hidden, and He's the only person that knows, and Allah knows. But that day, nothing would be hidden. Every human being would have his book of deed, and it's just open there for everybody to see it. So Allah is expressing in this ayah that day, the day of judgment would be, everything would be open and nothing could be hidden, and Allah would be the only, at that day Allah would be the only king of everything, and that day He will judge people according to their whatever actions or whatever they have done in this world, and then they would get their either their punishment or their reward at that day according to their doings. So this is very powerful ayah actually. If we think about it and we really feel it in our heart, then we feel very small and we feel the reality of this world, that everything we are doing is being recorded, and one day we will have to face all our actions, and we would be either we earn the reward or we get the punishment by this. So, mm, so far, all these attributes of Allah we read in Surah Al-Fatihah, these are, if we really understand the depth of it, and we open our heart, and then we read with the feeling of whatever it's saying to us in these ayah, then our hearts get the, they get soft, and we realize that we are we are not free in this world, and we are created by Allah. Allah is the one who is fulfilling all our needs, and Allah is the one who is watching us every step of the way. And whatever we are doing is being recorded, and we would be asked about it. So, inshallah, this is the end of today's lecture.